Hello future engineers, subscribers, viewers, and students. Here is another video in differential equations 1, and this is part 2. It's a bit longer, but I hope that you can stay still and listen to the discussion because this topic is not so common and most of the students naturally forget the principles, especially for these differential equations. We'll take up here homogeneous differential equations and exact differential equations, then determining the determination of integrating factors. So I hope that you will still be there, listen, willing to learn, although I'm not the one who is expert on this, but I'll try my best to let you understand. And it only needs your background in differential calculus as well as in integral calculus. So these are the topics to be considered, and some sample problems are also to be discussed. So for this video, let's have first homogeneous functions. The function f of x comma y is said to be homogeneous of degree n if there exists a constant n such that for every quantity r, whether a constant or variable, we can write function of rx comma r sub y is equal to r to the n function of the original x and y. So the homogeneous differential equations m function of x comma y dx plus n function of x comma y dy equals 0. This is the guide. The above is said to be homogeneous of degree n if m is also a function of rx comma ry, and we can write that as r sub n times function of xy, m as a function of xy, and n, which is also a function of rx comma ry, may be written as r sub n, then times the original function n of x and y. So how to solve, or what is the solution to a homogeneous differential equation? The homogeneous differential equation is solved by using one of the following substitutions. So we have, if we substitute y equals vx if n is simpler than m. I hope that you can remember your differential equation course. So we do the substitution y equals vx if n is simpler than n, and 2x is uy if m is simpler than n. So let's have the following examples. So one is using the particular solution or complete solution, whichever applies. So if there's no condition, that would only be the complete solution. And if there's boundary condition, or there are sets of boundary conditions, then that means a particular solution is required. So we have two examples here, uh, 5 and 6, and those are the answers supposedly as shown in these problems. So for solution 5, obviously 5 is a homogeneous function because this is first degree and this is also first degree terms. So we have for problem 5, y dx plus quantity 2x plus 3y dy equals 0. It is homogeneous function because this is first degree y to the 1 and this is also first degree, although we have binomials here. And because m is simpler, because m is simpler, it is simply y dy. So we put the substitution x equals uy. So that's a homogeneous differential equation. X is u times y. We set or let x, we do the substitution x equals uy because n is simpler. This is simpler. Although we can also treat that as simple. Of course, that's simple. So the differential of x is we have the differential of product. So u dy plus y du. That's the differential. Then we substitute here. Y is y, then times dx. Dx is u dy plus y du. Then plus 2x, x is uy. Then y is retained. Dy equals 0. Then combining like terms, we have uy dy here. Then 2uy dy, so that is 3uy dy, then plus 3y dy plus y square du. So again, uy dy plus 2uy dy is 3uy dy, then plus 3y dy plus y square du equals 0. So for dy, we factor out 3y and we'll have 3y times quantity u plus 1 dy, then transpose this to the right, negative y squared du. Then we cancel y and simplifying, separating the variables, we have negative 3 over y dy, negative 3, cancel y, so negative 3 over y dy, then equals du over u plus 1. So integrating, take note that this is negative 3 integral of dy over y, which is ln of y, and this is simply ln also, ln of u plus 1, then plus, or supposedly constant, but I'll just present the constant as negative ln of k. So negative 3 ln of y equals ln of quantity u plus 1 minus ln of k. You can also have plus ln of k, but this is more convenient because when we transpose negative ln k to the left, becomes positive, and negative 3 ln y to the right, it becomes positive. And note that 3 ln of y is the same as 3, it is the same as ln of y cubed from properties of logarithm. So ln of k equals ln of u, and u is x over y from here, plus 1, then plus ln of y cubed, which is originally 3 ln of y. Then if we simplify, this is, the right side is ln of x plus y over y, then times y cubed. We write this as a single ln. So ln of k equals ln of quantity x plus y all over y times y cubed, which simplifies to quantity ln of x plus y, y square. So because this is also ln, equating, so k equals quantity x plus y times y square. So simplifying further by expanding, so the answer is x y square plus y cube equals k. Now we can easily check the answer, and I hope that you do this, because checking is better than solving this. Definitely you will forget, most of you will forget, because you're not concentrating, focusing on differential equations. You focus in algebra, trigo, so you can remember some of them or most of them, but for differential equations, definitely you cannot. So this is my suggestion. If this is one of the choices, you can easily check the answer by performing the differentials. So this is differential, taking differentials to eliminate this arbitrary constant. So x times 2y dy, I'm not showing it here, I'm just explaining. X times 2y dy, which is, that's x times 2y dy plus y square dx plus 3y square dy equals 0. And if we divide everything by y, so again, x y square, x times 2y dy, there is y here, plus y square dx, y square dx, then plus 3y square dy equals k. So if we divide everything by y, it reduces to x 2xy dy, x times 2y dy. So 2x dy, which is this, then plus y square dx. When we divide y, so it is xy, so it is just y dx, which is this, present. Then we have 3y squared dy. Since we divide everything by y, it reduces to 3y dy, which is this, then equals 0. So that checks. I want you to obtain the differential, then divide everything by y, and it will be of this form. So that checks the answer. So for the solution to problem 6, this is definitely an a homogeneous differential equation, because this is second degree algebraic expression, and this is also second degree to x squared. So that's why it is uh, a homogeneous differential equation, because n is simpler. This is n simpler than m. Then we put the substitution y equals vx, and dy is v times differential x plus x differential v. So substitute into this formula, x is retained and y is replaced by vx. So 2x quantity 2x vx plus vx quantity squared dx minus 2x squared, and dy is equal to quantity v dx plus x dv equals 0. So simplifying further, this is 2 vx squared dx plus v squared x squared dx minus 2vx squared dx minus 2x cubed dv equals 0. So we have like terms to be cancelled, and simplifying, this is equal to v squared x squared dx equals 2x cubed dv. We cancel out x squared, so this is v squared dx equals 2x dv. And by separation of variables, we write this as dx over x equals 2 over v squared, and 2 over v squared can also be written as 2v to the negative 2 dv. and we integrate this. This is ln x, while this is 2 times v to the negative 1 over negative 1, then plus constant, let us say k. So ln x equals 2v to the negative 1 over negative 1 plus k, and we simplify this further into ln x equals negative 2 over v plus k. Then ln x equals, we replace v by y over x. So ln x equals negative 2 over y over x plus k. Then simplifying, that would be ln x equals negative 2x over y plus k. Then boundary condition, when y is e, x is e. So ln of e equals negative 2e over e plus k. So cancel out e. ln e is 1. This is negative 2. So 1 plus 2 is 3. So k is 3. So this is the constant. Supposedly, this is 3. And we substitute into this equation here. Y ln x equals negative 2x plus ky, and k is 3. So y ln x equals negative 2x plus 3y. After we multiply everything by 3 and substitute the value of k, which is 3, and then rearranging, we have 2x plus y ln x equals 3y. So that's the answer. That's the form. Now, how will you check this? Because definitely you will forget how to solve differential equations. Maybe you cannot remember solutions of homogeneous differential equation. So just master differentiation, and of course you have to identify here the constant of integration, which is 3. So we first divide everything by y because we want to eliminate this constant here. This is the constant 3. So we write that as 2x over y plus ln x after we divide y equals 3. So if we obtain the differential, we cannot eliminate this constant 3 here. So we have 2, then differential of ratio or fraction, which is y denominator times differential of numerator, then minus numerator times differential of denominator all over denominator square. Then differential of ln x is simply dx over x, then equals differential of constant 0. So again, this is 2 quantity y dx plus x dy minus x dy rather all over y square. Then this is dx over x, the differential equals 0. Multiply everything by x y square. So this is 2x y square times y dx divided by y square. So it becomes, we can, after we multiply x y square will cancel. 2x times y is 2xy dx, which is present here, 2xy dx. Then 2x times negative x dy is negative 2x squared dy. Then x y squared divided by x is y squared then dx, which is present there. So that checks that the solution is really indeed this one, because after we multiply everything by x y squared, this is now the um, form. This is the simplified form, which is, or all these terms are in this given differential equation here. So that's the technique, and I want you to do that whenever you're confronted with problems in differential equation like this. Then the last part that I will discuss is about exact differential equations. The solution of this type of differential equation needs principles on partial differentiations and iterated integrals, the opposite process. So when the total differential of f is equal to m function of xy dx plus n function of xy dy, the standard form of differential equation, then that means m function of xy dx plus n function of xy dy equals 0. So it is said to be an exact differential equation. So when written in this form, it is 0 because the solution should be in the form function of x comma y equals constant, so that the differential of that constant is 0. So that differential equation m function of xy dx plus n function of xy dy equals 0 is tested to be exact if the partial derivative of m with respect to y is equal to the partial derivative of n with respect to x. So we have to undergo this testing in order to conclude that the given differential equation is exact. So it should satisfy this condition. So the solution therefore is function of xy equals constant, because the total differential is this and it is equal to 0 because the differential of constant is 0. So note that the differential of f is partial of f with respect to x times dx plus partial of f with respect to y dy, and it is because it comes from here. So that means partial of f with respect to x is this function m function of xy, and partial of f with respect to y should be this one n function of xy. So the function f of x and y is obtained from either of the two equations here. So the solution will be of this form: f equals integral of m function of xy dx plus f of y, which is a constant of integration, which is a function of y, because this is partial differentiation. So the solution is any of these two: integral of m of xy partial of x plus wherein x is treated as the variable and y is treated as constant. So that's why the constant of integration for that would be f of y. And f is integral of n function of xy partial of y, then plus g of x. So again, this f of y and g of x are called arbitrary constants. And specifically, f of y should be a function of y alone, and g of x function of x alone. So that's the theory behind exact differential equations. Let's have examples. So example 7 and 8, find the complete or the particular solution of the following differential equations. So for the first part, because there's no boundary condition given, so it is a complete differential equation. And in problem 8, that should be the answer. In problem 8, because boundary conditions are given, then we are looking for the particular solution. Solution should be that. The answer should be that. So for the solution to problem 7, so let's have partial of m with respect to y. This is m with respect to y. So y is the variable. So it is 2x is constant and 3x squared is constant. So the partial derivative of this with respect to y would be 0. And this one with constant 2x times derivative of y, which is 1. So it is 2x. So partial of m, this is the given differential equation. So partial of m with respect to y is 2x, and partial of n, this is n, with respect to x is of course 2x. This is constant, so 2x also. That's why they are equal, and therefore the given differential equation is an exact differential equation. So the solution would be integral of this function, then partial of x, plus the constant of integration, which is f of y. So therefore, because we treat x as the only variable here, so 2y would be constant, and integral of x dx is x squared over 2. So therefore, the integral would be 2y times x squared over 2, then minus, because the variable is x, so 3x cubed over 3, so that is minus x cubed, then plus constant of integration f of y. So 2y x squared over 2 minus x cubed plus f of y. So that means f is equal to x squared y minus x cubed plus f of y. So let's find this f of y by the second solution, which is integral of quantity x squared plus 2y partial of y plus g of x. So then in that case, it's y that is the variable, so x squared is constant. So we have integral of quantity x squared plus 2y partial of y plus g of x. So the integral is x squared y plus y squared, 2y squared over 2, so y squared plus g of x. So comparing the two, this is present and this term is not present here, and this term is not present there. So therefore, we conclude that f of y is y squared and g of x is negative x cubed. So therefore, f of xy equals k. The expected solution would be x squared y minus x cubed plus y squared equals k. So remember that the solution is f of x comma y equals constant. So to check, we perform the differential right away because the constant of integration is in the right side. This is the arbitrary constant. We can eliminate this by obtaining the differential of this answer. So x squared dy plus y times 2x dx minus 3x squared dx plus 2y dy equals 0. So let's check these terms. If present, x squared dy is there, x squared dy, then 2xy dx, 2xy dx is present, negative 3x squared dx, which is that, and 2y dy, which is that. So that proves that the answer is indeed this, because the general solution is f of xy equals k, the solution. Then for problem 8, we have given boundary condition, so we find the particular solution. So partial of m, this expression here with respect to y, so y is the variable, so we have y differential of e to the u e to the xy is e to the xy, so y e to the xy, then the derivative of xy with respect to y is the variable, x is constant, so that should be x, then plus second e to the xy, derivative of y with respect to y is 1, so plus e to the xy, then minus derivative of this term with respect to y is negative 6y squared. So partial of m with respect to y is y e to the xy times x, then plus e to the xy minus 6y squared. So let me explain again. So we obtain the derivative of this, partial derivative of this with respect to y. So imagine that y is the variable. So this is y e to the u. There is variable there also. So that's why we have to obtain the derivative of product. So y, derivative of e to the u is e to the u. Then the derivative of u with respect to y is that x there because the derivative of y is 1. So y e to the xy times x plus e to the xy times derivative of y is 1. So with respect to y, of course, so plus e to the xy, then minus the derivative of 2y cubed with respect to y is negative 6y squared. So this is the partial derivative of function m with respect to y. Likewise, the partial derivative of n with respect to x this time. So it's x with respect to x. So that's product. So x e to the xy times y, because y is constant. Then plus e to the xy times 1, because the derivative of x is 1. Then minus 6y squared, because the derivative of x is 1, negative 6y squared is treated constant, times 1. Then minus 0 because this is treated constant. So it's the same. Partial derivative of n with respect to x is x e to the xy times y plus e to the xy, derivative of y is with respect to y is 1. Then minus 6y squared, constant, derivative of x is 1, so then minus 6y squared. Derivative of negative 2y is 0. So they are equal, they are the same, therefore the given differential equation is exact. So the solution would be equal to the integral of this partial of x plus constant of integration f of y. So if we let u be xy, e to the xy, then x is the variable, then e to the xy times derivative of xy is with respect to x is y dx, which is here. So this is in the form integral of e to the u, then y partial of x is du. That's du. So the integral of e to the u du is e to the u. So it's just e to the xy. Then because this is constant, the variable is x, so minus this constant, 2y cubed, integral of partial of x is x. So this becomes minus 2xy cubed, then plus fy. So the integral is e to the xy minus 2xy cubed, then plus f of y. Or the other way is integral of this expression here, and function of xy, then plus g of x. So this time the y is the variable, so it is e to the u, then differential of xy with respect to y is x, which is this. So this is in the form e to the xy times x partial of y, which is e to the u du. So the integral is just e to the u, or e to the xy. Then minus 6x is constant, then integral of y square of dy is y cubed over 3. That makes it negative 2x y cubed. Then minus 2y square over 2, so minus y square. So that means the integral is e to the xy minus 2x y cubed, then minus y square plus g of x. So comparing these two terms are present, and f of y is, we have here negative y square, while g of x is 0 because there's no function of x here alone. So f of y is negative y square and g of x is 0. Since the solution is f of xy equals k, the solution, then we have e to the xy minus 3xy cubed minus y square equals constant. And we substitute the boundary conditions. x is 0 and y is 2. So e to the 0 times 2 minus 2 times 0 times 2 cube minus 2 square equals k. E to the 0 is 1. This is 0. This is negative 4. So 1 minus 4 is negative 3. So that means k is negative 3. Then we substitute here, transpose k to the left. So e to the xy minus 2x, y cubed minus y squared plus 3, because this is negative 3 to the left. So plus 3 equals 0. So that's the answer. Then again, to check what is the constant of integration, it is here, 3. Then we can obtain the differential right away because we can eliminate right away the arbitrary constant, which is 3 or negative 3. So the differential of e to the xy is e to the xy, then times differential of xy, which is differential of product. So e to the xy quantity x dy plus y dx, then minus 2, then we have product again, x times 3y squared dy plus y cubed differential of x, then minus 2y dy equals 0. So the constant, arbitrary constant, is eliminated. So let's check if these terms of these differentials are found in the original given equation. So there is x e to the xy dy, x e to the xy dy, check. There is also y e to the xy dx, y e to the xy dx, check. Is there negative 6x y squared dy? Negative 6x y squared dy, check. Is there negative 2y cubed dx? Negative 2y cubed dx, check. And there is also negative 2y dy, which is this. So definitely this is the answer. So that's it for this video.